Hey everyone, it's Thursdays at 3. Your host, Jason Crespin, on what is today? Thursday, May 13th, 2021. So glad you guys are joining us today. We have a great show today. It's going to be jam-packed. It's exciting at the theater. The theater's all abuzz, getting things ready for audiences to come in tonight and see a fantastic show. We have 3 cast members from Matilda. They start their performances tonight. Can't wait to talk to them. We're going to, of course, talk to you about everything going on at ALT this past week. It's been a busy week. There's, of course, Braden. Hello, Mr. Braden. Always watching. Love it. Love it. Let us know if you're watching. Comment below. So, guys, I don't know if you guys have heard. There was a time where a section of Amarillo, like a block or two, had their power turned off on, or not power, their water turned off on Monday. And so the theater Monday, kind of late afternoon into the evening, did not have any water. And then at some point throughout the night, the water got turned back on. Sadly, one of the bathrooms in the Turk lobby, the men's restroom, I guess the urinal thing had been down or whatever. And so when it came on, the water just started coming. And so Tuesday, Alan, I think, came to work first and went into the Turk lobby, and we had a flood. A flood, that's right. Water was in the Turk lobby, had overflowed. Luckily, nothing got damaged too bad as far as like it didn't go into the theater or anything like that. Lissa has a video that I asked her to send me. This is when Lissa got to work. This is what she saw. Isn't that crazy, y'all? Here's another picture. Criselda and Tana were up there, as of course Noah and Brandon. They helped get all the water out. This was kind of just a photo. And at first, when I got that photo, I was like, I didn't understand what was going on. And then I realized, oh, the carpet is being reflective. That means there's water there. Luckily, of course, like we said, Criselda, Tana, Noah, and Brandon were able to get water out. And then Carpet Tech, Alan called Carpet Tech to get it ready. So tonight, the Turk lobby is still being able to be used to use the restrooms, but it will fully be done and ready to go for tomorrow's official opening of Matilda. So yeah, say your prayers for ALT's building, because man, that water, not fun whatsoever. John Knight waving there. Hello, Mr. John. Abigail, hey. Savante, hello, Mr. Savante. Travis is watching as well. Hello, all of our fun ALT warriors. I love it. All right. Also, classes, our academy classes, of course, are wrapping up within the next 2 weeks. I got to sit in on 2 productions. I know everyone is so sad that they did not get to see these 2 shows if they did not know about them. But yesterday, I got to sit in on Creative Dramatics 1. That's our youngest theater class. They had a small production of Finding Nemo. Guys, it was fantastic. I took this little picture of them all lined up. That's not even everyone. That's just a quick photo that I grabbed. They did absolutely fantastic. It was so fun to hear them with their characters. They were projecting. It was awesome. So kudos to that class. And then Junior Company yesterday, also right after that class, double featured yesterday. They did a beautiful production of a show called Lafayette No. 1, I believe. I think the number 1 is supposed to be in the title. But that was a quick Junior Company Magic Circle that I took their photo of real quick. Kudos to them as well. They did a great job with their shows. We're getting things ready for all of the end of the year things, of course, with our Ghost Light Awards and our recitals and all that stuff. Brayden says, yep, so sad. Last week of ALT classes forever. Not true. You can take classes as an adult. Just your last week of classes as a senior academy student. Let's say that. But yeah, so classes, of course. Then also we are working already hard for next year for our advertising in our playbill. If you are interested, if you're a business and have yet to be contacted about potentially advertising in our playbill, we want to let you guys know that go to our this site right here. Let me pull this up real quick. Nope, there he goes. If you go to that, that's our ALT 2021-2022 ALT Playbill contract. All of the ads will be in the 5 main stage productions and, of course, 4 Adventure Space productions as well. There for a full page prime ad, meaning that it's in locations that are seen a little bit more so, maybe the inside back cover or the back of the cover of the program, that is $11.50. Full page ad is $9.75, and a half page ad is $5.50. So be aware that that we are taking those requests now. I think that, let me see. Yep, the ad copy deadline is June 11th. However, June 1st is the deadline for your contracts. You can send copy there to Vicky Shepard, or of course ALT box office with any questions, or advertising at amarillo-littletheater.org. So again, if you are a business, if you're a business that has interest in advertising in our ALT playbill, please let us know. We would love to get you all of that information. Also, our footlighters, I don't know if you guys got the email. ALT wants your autograph. That's right. It says, can I have your autograph? Basically, if you want to have your footlighter, which is the signature in the playbill, you can do that. We have the junior footlighters, which is our academy students, for $15, $30 for your family or individual signature, and then $50 for your business card or logo. That is our footlighter section. It's a great spot in our playbill. We're going to have a table in the lobby during Matilda, and of course the Academy dance recitals. So I believe that ends about June 5th. So if you want to get your autograph in the playbill, you can do that during that anytime now and during that week. Also, sorry, so much information, guys, but we want to remind you, camp registration is Monday. That's right, May 17th. You can start registering for our amazing camps. We have a jam-packed camp schedule. Camps will fill up quickly. We have our theater and dance camps, of course. Our theater camps start on June 8th, and dance camps start June 21st. We also have a great class taught by Miss Erin Murphy on Saturday, starting July 10th from 10 to 11. It's a music and dance class. You want to get registered as soon as you can. Speaking of speaking of the 17th, Newsies Auditions. That's right, Newsies Auditions start May 17th and 18th. Basically, this is going to be our big summer show with the Academy. If you have not gotten any of the information yet, check out our website for all of the Newsies information there. You'll see, basically, we have to sign up for an audition time, and it's going to be a lot of fun. A huge fun summer show this summer. And finally, our Ghost Light Gala. That's right, our Ghost Light Gala for our Academy is May 26th, and you can now begin reservations for the Ghost Light Gala. Just call our ALT box office, of course, at 806-355-9991 to reserve your free ticket. We ask that you reserve those tickets in your bubble so we can get as many people in that Ghost Light Gala event as possible. It's going to be so much fun. So yeah. And lastly, before I bring in our fantastic cast, sneak peek, we have our calendars. Our ALT calendars are hot off the press. Literally, they delivered them and they were still warm. So you're going to see the cover here first. There it is. Wanted audience. We are reminding everyone that we want our audiences back at ALT. So that is our 2021-2022 ALT season calendar. Talking about everyone that we would love to have come to the theater. Announcing, of course, our fantastic season. Has some fantastic show pictures. There's a little Matilda right there. It's going to be great dance recitals. Anyway, be sure to get this free calendar. Again, it showcases all of our amazing talent that shared their talent on our ALT stage this past year. Also, right in the middle there is your reminder for season ticket packages. Cut off that form, turn it in, send it in. You can also do this online, get your season ticket packages for next season. If you do it before July 1st, you get bonus tickets. So definitely check that out. So super exciting. Travis says, love it. Brayden, oh my gosh, I need one. Those are so cool. You can get yours at Matilda. Get yours at Matilda. Kalina says, so great. Yeah, it's awesome. I'm really proud of this calendar. It's a good, every year, Sinbeo Trafton helps us with that. So kudos to Russ Anthony over at Sinbeo Trafton. Worked so hard on that. And they did a great job getting those ready for us for our audiences tonight. All right, guys, let's go ahead and switch gears. Let's talk about Matilda. Matilda is finally going to grace our ALT stage. We're so excited. We have 3 cast members joining us today. Let's bring them on and chat with them. We, of course, have Mrs. Wormwood herself. This is Miss Mikayla Garren. How are you, Miss Mikayla?
I'm well. How are you, Jason?
Mikayla, you could easily pass as Dorothy for Wizard of Oz. Is this your hairstyle for the show?
Yes. No, I have to have crimpy hair, And instead of using someone else's crimper every night, I decided to see what it would be like to do pigtails. But I didn't exactly think about the fact that I was going to be on Thursdays at 3 and look like I'm trying to be like a elementary school kid. I don't know.
You're like, I'm an academy student, and this is my debut with the academy. You're playing Matilda right now.
Yeah.
Then, of course, somebody that you know very well, both on stage and off stage, Ryce Garren, your actual husband who plays Mr. Wormwood in the show. How are you doing, Ryce?
Well, how are y'all?
Good, Ryce. Your background looks like you're about to do some sort of video audition for some college, the Stark background. That's fantastic.
Hello, I'm Ryce Garren, and the agency is ABCD.
And you'll be performing a monologue from flashcards. No, I'm just kidding. Also, somebody that you guys
love that show.
Well, somebody who Mikayla, you share much of the stage with, is your own dance partner, Dakota Warren.
Hi.
How are you, Dakota?
Hello. I'm good. How are y'all?
Good, good, good. Okay. Now that I have you guys on here, real quick, before we could talk about Matilda, we have to say a huge happy birthday to your music director, Miss Jennifer Akins. Her birthday today. Happy birthday, Jennifer.
Happy birthday, Jen.
What a great day to have your birthday, to celebrate with the show kicking off.
Yay!
Other, of course, ALT Warriors birthdays. It's a busy day for ALT Warriors. Happy birthday, Mr. David Martin, and our own Alexis Bodkin. We'll get to see her at senior company today, turning 18. She can vote today. Woo, Alexis. I love it. I love it. Okay, so first off, let's talk to you guys. How are you guys doing? How are you feeling today? You know, it's been a long tech week, a long rehearsal process, of course. Mikayla and Ryce, of course, you guys, we'll talk about how on stage and off stage you guys are together and all those different things. But just today, just how are you feeling? Excited about the show? Nervous? Let's start with Mikayla. How are you feeling?
I don't know. I feel like I am in another world until I go into rehearsal. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, the show is in like 2 days. And then, yeah. So I'm excited. I'm ready for it. But man, having a show last a year, Bodhi said it best in the dressing room. She was like, I feel like I've been in this show forever and that we had 2 days to rehearse. I was like, yeah, I understand. That's how I feel.
Yeah, no, man, I can't even imagine how hard that has been. Ryce, what about you? How are you feeling today?
Pretty good. I've been drinking my water, making sure that everything here is all good. Yeah, I'm excited. We've been building up to this moment to finally be able to perform in front of a large audience. We were able to kind of do that a little bit last night with a few people that haven't seen the show yet. Now it's fun and just ready to get out there and do it for reals.
Yeah, nice. Dakota, how about you?
So excited. I've not been drinking water very much with guys, but super excited to have an audience. It's been such a long time, so
yeah,
so excited to do it.
So Ryce, you just mentioned last night you kind of had a little bit of a small audience of whether it be, you know, people who you guys had a kind of a small invited dress rehearsal, if you will. What was it like performing in front of, I mean, you guys, what, a day ago, barely took your masks off in rehearsals. So saw the rest of each other's faces on stage finally. And let's talk about that first. Mikayla, for you, how was it when you were able to finally take off your mask? Because as everyone knows, ALT's been strict about our COVID safety protocols, both for audiences and cast members. Everyone has been rehearsing in a mask until when? When did you guys take your masks off?
I think it was
Tuesday
night.
Tuesday night. Okay. How was that for you, Mikayla, when you took off your mask and got to do the show without it?
Oh my gosh. Really, it doesn't feel all that different until Dakota and I dance a lot in this number loud. And oh my gosh, Sean did not go easy on us. It's a lot of belting as well. So with the masks on, I was dying. Like if Dakota wanted to talk after the number, I'd be like, like I can't.
I wanted to talk.
But Tuesday night when we took the mask off, I remember going backstage and I told Dakota, I was like, oh my gosh, I can talk. I made it. Like I did it. It made a huge difference, and I just wasn't expecting it to make.
Oh, I'm sure. What about for you, Dakota, with that mask off finally?
Oh my gosh, so excited. Yeah, I mean, we're running off and pouring. Well, I'm pouring sweat anyway. I don't know about Mikayla.
Oh yeah.
But it suddenly, it didn't sound so good up there for a minute. Now we're hearing things and it sounds good without them. So it feels so much better. Like the night and day.
So you were then had a small audience last night. Ryce, you kind of talked about that a little bit. What was it like hearing the reaction from that small audience? Because you've just been performing this in front of basically your production team or crew members and different stuff like that. So what was it like to have a new kind of set of eyes watching the show for the first time?
It kind of it made me realize things that I didn't necessarily think about. It's kind of like, I don't know, whenever you direct a show or a production and you're sitting in the audience and you've seen it so many times, you're given so many notes, and then you finally put someone in the audience that has never seen it. And as you're watching it, they don't have to say anything. You're just like, oh my gosh, I don't know how I haven't seen that until just now whenever this person is just sitting in the audience. That's kind of how I felt like as an actor being on stage, like having no mask, having to worry about what I look like from the nose down, and just the interactions with other actors and stuff. It just felt new and realizing different things. It was interesting, but it was also just a lot of fun to finally be able to perform again.
And without giving anything away, there's a section of the show where you actually get to interact with the audience. So I'm sure that was really fun for you to actually have an audience-ish, a small audience, but somebody at least to play off of that for.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, it was just so much fun being able to interact with other people that weren't expecting anything, just because I've been interacting with the same people that are like, yep, this is where it happens. And yeah, sure, I'll participate. It was like unexpected audience members. It was a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Good. Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know what the show is about, Mikayla, tell us, what is Matilda about? At least Matilda the musical, if you will.
Yeah. Matilda is about a little girl named Matilda. And she is maybe in a familial situation that is not ideal. Her family is so different from her. She loves to read and to learn and the kindest human ever, and her family is the opposite. So she escapes in books and finds that through all of her learning, she has maybe some special abilities. She goes to school and meets two very different teachers, one that is very nurturing, one that is the opposite. And she kind of learns about herself, helps other people learn about themselves, and they kind of go on a journey of self-discovery together, if you will.
I love it. And let's go around. Who does everyone play? So Mikayla, who do you play?
I play Mrs. Wormwood, so I am Matilda's mom, who is not nice.
Is this your first time to play a mom?
Yeah, first time to play a mom, first time to play anything like a villain, first time to play anything comedic. There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of firsts. Ryce, who do you play?
I play Mr. Wormwood. I am the father of Matilda and the husband of Mrs. Wormwood. And yeah, just all around just terrible.
Is this your first time to play a dad?
No, this is not. The first time that I played a dad was Drake in Hunk.
I directed you in that. It's awkward. I'm trying to think, is that the only time you played a dad?
I mean,
Texas.
What's that?
Texas.
Oh yeah, in Texas I played a dad. In Les Mis, if you consider Gavroche Thénardier's son, then I guess I was a dad in that too.
Not the best dad, but so you've had experience not playing good dads. There you go.
Of course, yeah.
I love it. Yeah, because Drake wasn't the best dad either.
I've just been typecast as terrible dads.
Terrible dads. Dakota, who do you play in the show?
I play Rodolfo, Mrs. Wormwood's dance teacher.
And you also play something else in the beginning, right?
I do play a party parent.
And
this is my first time playing a dad.
You just recently posted a photo of your two characters.
Oh, the secret's out.
I forgot, what did you call it?
I said Miley and Hannah, like
Miley and Hannah, right?
Montana.
Montana reference, right there.
Secrets out.
If y'all have seen Hannah Montana, yeah, it's very good. It's a very good show.
Quality.
Yeah, quality entertainment for sure. So that's been fun, I'm sure, having both of those characters. But like you, Mikayla said, you guys have a huge number in the show called Loud. Let's talk about that number and talk about how the process was. Of course, Sean Walsh choreographed the show. Mikayla kind of mentioned that already, and said, it wasn't loud on you guys. Definitely was like, you guys can dance. Let's throw in all these dance numbers. I've yet to see the number, which I'm so excited to see the show tomorrow. How has that been for you guys? I'm sure it's been a lot of like, okay, where do I breathe? I got to stretch, all of those things. How is that number for you guys? Or explain the number real quick. What is Loud, the number? Without giving too much.
We don't want to tell you what Loud is. You have to say what Loud is.
Let's just say it's a moment where you are expressing your thoughts towards Miss Honey, who's the opposite of Loud, is a quiet teacher that comes to make a visit.
We're giving Miss Honey some advice on how to better herself.
Perfect.
Better herself.
Yes, how to better herself, in our opinion.
I love that.
In our right opinion, we're helping her.
Anna Bond, of course, plays Miss Honey, who we had on last week. I'm sure that's been a blast. Let's talk real quick. Ryce and Mikayla, you guys, if I'm not mistaken, I know you guys have performed on stage together before, of course, even in last season's Rock of Ages. But have you guys played opposite before? I know, of course, in Oklahoma, you guys were played opposite. Is that the only other time you've played opposite each other? Or like a couple on stage?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of had a fling in Greece whenever I was duty.
That's like a stretch. That there was like one moment of a hand reach.
I don't know. There were sparks that were happening.
I think the spark was when you dropped your guitar the last show.
When you would leave me alone.
Yeah, leave family.
And Alan said, "We're taking that out if you don't remember."
And I was like, no, it's gonna happen. I'll remember.
This is the first time. This is the first time since we were 17 years old that we were playing opposite each other.
And how fun that you guys are playing a married couple, of course. Have you guys been able to find any sort of aspects of your own married life to kind of pull into your own Wormwoods? Or are you like, I'm going to put in everything that I've, like if, for example, if like Ryce doesn't do something at home that you're really mad about, can you just take it out on him as Mrs. Wormwood? Like your aggression out?
Okay, listen, this one night, there's this one part where I call him a stupid man. We're not very nice to each other, but
your characters aren't.
Yes, our characters are not. But he kept backing into me and he kept forgetting to let me into the door of the bathroom, like on stage. And I was trying to, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I already told him. And so when I said, "You stupid man," it maybe had a little bit more
truth. It had a little bit of more truth behind it. And
everyone's like, she's so believable in her.
Poor Ryce was probably like, sorry.
You heard the tone. It was like, oh, I've heard that tone before. Sorry, go ahead. Go back.
The fear was rooted in truth. It came from deep within me.
I love it. Dakota, this is your first time, correct, to perform with both Mikayla and Ryce. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Both of them, yes.
Yeah, which I think is so fun that you guys, of course, have known each other, but now get to perform on stage together. And then we should mention this is, of course, the Academy collaboration show. Mikayla, what's it like for you to perform alongside students?
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. One, honestly, they helped me so much because I was kind of scared of the Mrs. Wormwood role. And so anytime I got nervous to do something, I would be like, oh my gosh, but some of my students are out in the audience and what would I tell them to do? And so really, they help me a lot. Plus it's just fun. Oh my gosh. I love them. They are so much fun. I love
that. Ryce, you were a past Academy student. What's it feel like now being the adult in the show with Academy students?
It's kind of weird. A lot
You're
of
supposed to be responsible.
Yeah, and I have to be responsible for other people around me. It's weird. I didn't have to do that. I could just be annoying and run around and annoy people, and just be altogether kind of annoying. And now I can't really do that. Like,
no.
and nothing's changed. I'm just still annoying. I
You're
run
just
around and I'm
leading the
annoying.
kids around and showing them what to do.
I like this is how you be where you're not supposed to. This is how to touch your prop when you're not supposed to touch
No.
because it's not your prop.
You were good.
No.
You were so good.
Yeah. I've learned how to grow up.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
a good segue. Dakota, for you, is this the first time you've performed? I know you worked with some Academy students, of course, in Peter and the Starcatcher.
Yeah.
But is this the first time you've worked with young kids?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. How has that been for your process as well?
I love them. They're my friends. I don't really try and be their teacher or their adult.
Yeah, you have a whole different relationship.
The cool adults.
The cool adults. I love it.
We have some feuds, but they're like mostly all my friends. So
Well, I've heard how you ground, like there's some kids on stage that are your kids, and you pretend ground them on stage, and they're like, what?
Yeah, no, they're all always grounded.
Yeah,
most
smart. Just ground them all. We talked a little bit about how this show, Mikayla mentioned, of course, this was supposed to be a year ago, May of 2020. Now, of course, ending the season, it got pushed to September, then it got pushed to December, then it got switched out with Winter Wonderettes, and then it got canceled, and then it got brought back to life. Now it's finally happening. Which we're very excited about. Remind me, okay, Mikayla, of course, your last performance was in Winter Wonderettes, so you got to perform this season, which is great. Ryce and Dakota, remind me, when was the last time you guys got to perform in a show like this with an audience? Ryce?
Interacting with an audience?
I mean, just perform. Was this the last time? Not like a virtual performance or anything, like a live audience. Was that Rock of Ages for you?
Yeah, that was it.
And then for you, Dakota, your last performance was right before the pandemic, correct?
Peter and the Starcatcher, and then shut down like right after, like a few days.
Right, and then bam.
Closing.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm sure, have you guys missed being able to perform in front of an audience? I mean, Mikayla, of course, has been involved at the theater, especially, with productions and then getting to perform this season. But for you, Ryce and Dakota, how do you feel about finally getting to perform in front of that live audience?
It's been awesome. And it's the first time performing on the main stage since I don't even know how long. So doing Rock of Ages in the adventure space, it was fun being on that stage again, but being on the main stage where the majority of the performances that I did in the Academy were just whenever I was in high school. Sure. And then coming back to that now, it's just kind of crazy being in that same space, but many years later. It's really cool. It's exciting and so much fun, and yeah, exciting to be back on that stage again.
I love that. That's great. And Dakota?
So exciting. It's I think like I'm backstage a lot of Act 2, not doing much, and I've seen the show a million times now. So sometimes when I'm getting like bored or whatever, it's always such a reminder of is how lucky we are that we're getting to do this right now when so many people haven't in such a long time. So for having bad rehearsals or bad performances or whatever, at least we're there, still so exciting to get to do it.
Yeah, for sure. Mikayla and I kind of reminded our cast as well. When we had shows this season, it's like we're getting to do theater. Places like New York are waiting for September to open up, or other big regional theaters and stuff like that. But we were really lucky this year to still produce some great theater. So I'm so excited that this cast has been able to stick together and really kind of get the ball rolling to get the show ready to go. Kudos, of course, to your production team, Alan Shankles, director, the birthday, fantastic music director, Ms. Jennifer Akins, of course, Sean Walsh, choreography. Now, Ryce and Mikayla, I know you guys lived in New York for some time, and Dakota, I know you've seen several, different shows, touring and stuff like that. Had anyone seen Matilda before? Like, did you guys get to see this in New York or a regional production or anything like that beforehand?
Well, funny story. I entered us into the lottery to go see Matilda because it was closing pretty soon after us living or moving to New York. I threw us into the lottery, and we decided to sleep in that day, woke up, and just found out that we won, but we were too late to accept the tickets,
Oh,
and we were not able to go. And then we never did. It
Never
was
got
so
to see the
sad.
show after that.
No, it was
Ah!
so sad. Yeah.
I told
Sad
Ryce,
moment.
well, I was like, the two shows that I really, really want to see here are American in Paris, because that was on when we moved, and then Matilda. And we won American in Paris,
We
and
got one of those.
we didn't check
Well, you
email.
really got both of them, but you just went to one.
Then we started checking our emails a lot more regularly, and maybe one of us started entering the lottery a lot more than the other.
Nice. I love it. Joey Graham says, love this group. Oh, we love the game as well. Love it. So with the show, of course, I mean, it was based off of the movie, which was based off of the book, all of those things. Did any of you guys grow up with either the movie or the book? Like, yeah, pretty much. Dakota, did you read the book or knew the movie or?
Both, yeah, the book, and I think I knew the movie first and then read the book at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have always
But your character's not in the book or the movie, correct?
I don't remember if he's in the book, but he's not in the movie.
Okay. I couldn't remember. So that might have been just added for some more musicality, if you will, for the musical. Ryce and Mikayla, what about you guys? Did you guys read the book or know the movie beforehand?
I did grow up with the movie. I definitely saw it growing up, and I always remembered just the part where Bruce is eating the cake.
Okay.
And that's basically the only thing that decided to stick itself into my memory after watching that movie. And it kind of was just jarring for me. Still think about it, and it still kind of creeps me out, but yeah.
Nice. What about you, Miss Mikayla?
No, I had some pretty strict parents. If there was anything that was very strict parents, I was allowed to watch a lot.
I didn't know Matilda either. I mean, she wasn't in my, movie watching or anything like that. I think it's interesting, though. I just realized a fun fact that in the movie, real life, I think they're divorced now, but they were married at the time. Danny DeVito and his real life, Ray Perlman, played Matilda's parents in the movie, and they were really married, which I think is interesting.
Whoa.
Yes. Also, fun fact, I don't know if you know this. Do you guys know the real first names of Mr. and Mrs. Wormwood?
That is embarrassing. I don't know.
We said no hard questions.
I know, no hard questions. Just kidding. Dun, 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 dun.
This is not on the pre-approved list.
That's terrible. Why don't I know my own character's first name?
Now, I don't know if this is in just the movie or if it's just the book, but it just popped up, so I thought, oh, I didn't know that.
I think Mr. Wormwood's first name is Eddie.
No, it is Harry. Harry Wormwood.
Oh, wait, I say Harry. Yes, I say Harry.
Wow, that's one of your lines. Awkward. And then,
We're so ready for tonight. We are so
Right, yeah.
ready for tonight.
It's not in loud. I don't care.
now you're gonna be like, Eddie Wormwood. And apparently Mrs. Wormwood's name is Zinnia.
Ooh,
I knew that.
Zinnia.
all right.
You learn things here.
This movie was like non-stop reruns on ABC Family at some point.
Yes.
It was, yes. And I always think that's the little girl from Mrs. Doubtfire.
I think that too.
Yeah. Okay, let's go around real quick. Mikayla, what's your favorite thing about your character? I'm gonna ask all of you, but what's one of your favorite things about Mrs. Wormwood?
She's not afraid to be herself. Yes. I
Is
think
that something that you, because you're like, I wouldn't think Mrs. Wormwood and Mikayla are at all the same type of person. So,
No.
so in that, like, where do you find your truths? Where do you find what you can relate to with that character?
Good question. I think it's just trying to find that bravery. Like she's not afraid at all to say what she thinks, to a fault. But in order to find where that truth is, like you said, you got to find your bravery, find your things that you are, that you feel very strongly about,
Sure.
that you want to be loud about and vocal about, and kind of use that
Yeah, I love that. I love that. What about you, Ryce?
The thing I think I like the most about Mr. Wormwood is that he is just this crazy character that puts on, I feel like he puts on a big mask of just crazy colors, crazy outfits, an over-the-top personality, handles things brazenly, and I just think that that's so much fun that I get to play something like that, where it's just like just going for the most, whatever it is, if that is just physical actions or moment to moment decisions. It's so much fun doing it. I think that's what I like the most about Mr. Wormwood. Yeah.
Nice. What about you, Dakota?
I just love how larger than life Rodolfo, I think, gets to be at all times, and if you don't like it, you're wrong. It's fabulous costumes and just getting to put on this whole air of kind of glamour the whole time. I think like the Wormwoods, it's kind of like I always think of Mrs. Wormwood and Rodolfo as like a Sharpay and Ryan kind of moment that we have, very loud, and it's just so much fun to do that and to get to dance with Mikayla for that. So
we have a lot.
Insane, y'all.
Just so people can understand exactly how kind of loud and I mean, that's boom, one of y'all's photos from the Globe News photo, which I think is awesome. That leopard print.
The costumes, oh my gosh, Kalina is amazing.
So much fun.
This
so
is
much fun.
Friday night at the Garren house, I believe.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not in these pictures, but Mikayla has another costume for Loud, and it's even more glamorous and over the top, and so
I love it.
fun.
Let's talk about that a little bit. You, Dakota, got to help with some of the costumes. I know Carla first helped as well, but you were also one of the helpers of kind of bedazzling a lot of the costumes. How was that getting to be a part of that process as well?
I was getting into Rodolfo, just kind of bedazzling everything I saw that needed it.
Yeah.
You do it so well, though. Like bedazzle, I don't know. I imagine very tacky things, but this looks like it was bought this way. Like he did such a good job.
There were designs that I was like, I didn't even know that was a design. Like that's insane that was in your head.
Yeah,
I put a lot of thought into it with Kalina. We had a day where we just set up a table with 2 hot fix bedazzlers and just went at the costumes, and it was so much fun. And Kalina was awesome. The costume Mikayla wears in Loud, Kalina fully bedazzled a completely bare piece, and it looks so good.
I love it. Cannot wait to see all of that. It's gonna be fantastic. Ryce, for you, a quick question. You have been known kind of at ALT now, especially last year and different things like that. You've played so many comedic roles, right? Do you think you'll ever audition for a dramatic role?
Yeah. I love exploring all kinds of acting, but I really love getting the chance to be able to play a sort of dramatic character.
I have done that more so in college, I would suspect.
Yes, definitely. There are more opportunities to play those roles, and I love being able to, because I typically do get cast in comedic roles, and I do have so much fun in them, and it's amazing to be able to have the opportunity to do those. But getting the chance to play any kind of dramatic role, I just eat it up, because those come fewer, and I hope to be able to audition for those parts.
My favorite role I've ever seen Ryce in was the lead in a play called A Thousand Saints You Should Know. I saw like every single show, and not just because I was trying to be supportive, but like it was so good. He is.
Is that the photo of him in the ICU? Is that by the elevator?
It's the elevator picture. Yes.
Elevator photo. I've heard about the elevator.
No, he is amazing as a dramatic actor. He's so good.
I love that. Dakota, for you, what number musical is this for you? A lot of people think you have this huge musical background, but in reality, you did more plays growing up.
Yes, I've done plays like 10 plus years.
Is this your fourth?
9 to 5, Mamma Mia, Legally Blonde, Matilda. Yeah, fourth musical ever. They don't get less scary, I promise.
What do you prefer more, musicals or plays?
I don't know. They're so different. It's so much fun to just. Oh, don't ask this question, Jason.
I know.
I would say plays, but just because that's my comfort zone. That's what
Sure.
I've done so long. But so much fun to do musicals and this number specifically, and everyone like Mikayla, Sean, everyone helping me just make sure I don't look new.
I love it. You're such a fan, which is great. Mikayla, for you, you're getting to kind of do a lot this season. You get to perform, you're getting to direct, you're getting to teach, you're getting to learn so many aspects of the theater. As of just your whole kind of year looking back at the season, what has been your favorite kind of, not necessarily moment, but your favorite aspect of theater? I mean, do you prefer still performing? Do you prefer more teaching? Do you prefer more the directing aspect and being behind the scenes of a show? Or
Oh, that is tricky. I don't know. They all still feel so separate to me.
Yeah.
I will say I have a greater respect for everyone who has played every single role, whether it be director or light board or choreographer, music director. Like anytime you have to step into those shoes, even just a little bit, it's, oh man, I have so much respect for them. Performing is still my comfort zone, but there's nothing like being in dance class and seeing a student like hit a double pirouette, and you're like, I know you've been working on that for a year. That's amazing. So, or
even like how your Finding Nemo cast.
Yes.
I mean, they were so excited that they had their show yesterday and that the lights went out and back on. They were like, yes, we have lights.
Yes. We kept telling them, okay, you can start. And some of them were in Wizard of Oz. And they're like, no, Miss Mikayla, you have to say lights up. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Lights up. And then they're like, but what about the light? It's so
they were like, where's our wigs? Where's our full out?
They were like sitting in Wizard of Oz rehearsal and they'd be like, Miss Mikayla, I'm so excited to see our Finding Nemo set. It's going to be just bigger and blue. And I was like, oh, and like enter me with a rolling rack with saran wrap on it to be a fish tank.
They were spoiled. They're like, no, we need a bigger budget. What's going on here? I love it. Real quick, as we wrap up, what are you hoping? I mean, gosh, congrats on a sold out weekend before you guys even open, or both weekends, added Saturday matinees that are sold out. All of those great things. We, of course, want to remind people, if you are looking for tickets, there's some great ways to do that. Check out, of course, the Facebook group ALT Matilda Tickets. Hopefully some people are finding tickets on there. Sorry. I missed all these questions. Peter says, who's playing Trenchbull 3,000 miles away? Sorry to miss it. And then Jennifer answered Nails Bjork, of course. Griselda says, I love Mikayla's pigtails. Don't let Trench see. Ooh, good to know a little. Kalina says, best bedazzler ever. I love it. Casey Humphrey, elevator board. That's right. And then 1,000 Saints. I love it. Fantastic. Sorry, my little screen was off, so I didn't get to see all those comments. Real quick, what are you hoping the sold out audiences coming to see the show? What are you hoping that they take away after they see Matilda? After they, see y'all's fabulous show, they're leaving the theater. What are you hoping that their thoughts are, Mikayla?
I hope they leave feeling hopeful and joyful.
Yeah.
Not just having a good time, but rejuvenated to go out and do good in the world and just to be good people and enjoy good people. Sometimes there's so much pressure to be the best you can be, and it adds so much pressure that it's like, but the kids in the show really highlight that, man, community is awesome and being yourself is awesome and just loving and being kind is so important. So
I love it. Ryce, what about you?
I hope that it sparks that creativity within not just the adults in the audience, but also the kids in the audience. I know I went to go see, I believe it was Jesus Christ Superstar or Joseph at LT. I remember sitting in the audience and being like, I want to do that. And here I am. And I hope that this show gets to be that for some kids, to be like, hey, I want to be that kid. Like, I want to be up there doing that thing. Yeah. And I hope that just sparks that in some kids that haven't done any kind of theater I hope that it does that.
What about you, Dakota?
Be good people. Agreed with Mikayla there, but also that you don't have to change or to alter yourself because someone says you're wrong. I think Matilda spends a lot of her early life being told that she's weird, she's wrong, she's different, but then finds somebody that is like her and it's not wrong, and she doesn't have to change herself to have that happy ending that she has, if she has one. I don't know.
I love that. I love that. Well, I'm so excited to see the show tomorrow night, the official opening night tomorrow night. Of course, preview performance tonight at 7:30. Anyone who's hoping to get tickets, obviously call the box office, get on the wait list. If you do have tickets, we want to remind you, if you have tickets for the show and you cannot use them, go to our ALT Facebook group, ALT Matilda Tickets. Try to see if you can find somebody who could use those tickets. If your whole group can't go, turn them back into the box office so they can get people off that wait list and get those seats used up, because we want our audiences definitely to see this fantastic show. While you're at the theater, we do want to let you know that the specialty cocktail drink for this show is called, I have it right here, it's called A Little Bit Naughty. That's right. Liquor, if you will, cranberry juice and orange juice. Those are the prices there. Fun name for a fun drink for sure. You guys, I know you guys have a lot to get done before your show tonight. Break a leg. So excited. I know you guys do all the amazing things and tell the whole cast break a leg from us here at ALT and the staff of the theater. So excited to see all your hard work pay off when I get to see the show tomorrow. And I am ushering tonight, so I'll be up at the theater, but then I'm leaving because I don't want to see anything or hear anything. Got to get out of that theater so that way I can then see you guys shine tomorrow night. Those of you who are, of course, season ticket holders or needing to renew, don't forget you can start doing that now. Get your Ghostlight tickets, pick up your ALT calendar for while you're at the theater this weekend or next weekend. And don't forget, this show is being performed at our ALT main stage. We are also following all of our COVID safety protocols. You can find that here on our website. Also, don't forget our different doors that we enter. Although tonight, we're not entering through the Turk lobby doors. So tonight, those Turk lobby entrance number 1 can go through entrance 2 or 3 till we fully get that carpet all set up. Oh, Carla says, thanks for ushering. No problem, Carla. Are your plea? And I was like, I'm here to help. But make sure you guys print off your tickets. Go to the box office before the show, 5 o'clock every day before the show. Really today before 5 o'clock if you have the show tonight. Tomorrow before 5 o'clock for the rest of the weekend, because they will not be at the box office. Your tickets won't be there at will call. You'll have to print them out at home or pick them up at the box office beforehand. So definitely do that. And again, break a leg tonight. You guys are going to be fabulous. I cannot wait to see the show. And thank you guys again for sacrificing so much to do the show. I know it's a lot to ask, especially whenever the whole show's been going on for over a year. And so you guys, like Bodhi said, it's been a year long, but maybe feels like 2 days of rehearsals. We're so glad that you guys have stuck with this. And it's going to be a fabulous way to close out this crazy season of ours. And we appreciate it so much. You guys have a good rest of your day. Join us next week, everyone who's watching, for another episode of Thursdays at 3. We'll have some more information next week about everything going on at ALT. Until then, we'll see you guys at Matilda. Thank you, guys.
Yay.